The government is meant to cater for its people. The government is there to bring its people together, give them comfortable life, and make them happy. And they should be proud to belong to a particular nation. Now, why did I bring this story? Because there's something going on in Kenya known as child trafficking, only within Kenya. Like, guys, this is crazy. It's absolute madness. But you know, when we talk about child trafficking, we see babies like this being stolen from their parents, from their mothers. And how do they steal these children? Because the mothers are in the streets. The mothers sleep in the streets with these children. Then you start asking yourself questions. What do these governments do to cater for their people? Everywhere in Africa. How comes in Kenya, in Nairobi, children are being stolen and sold to other citizens? God, I don't seem to understand the phenomenon. I don't seem to understand what's going on, what's really happening. You know, when I came across this footage, I was like, is it a true story? But this is a reality. It is the truth. Some people are specialized in stealing children and selling them to others. And you know, when I did my small findings, I got to realize that in Kenya, if you get married to a woman and she can't give birth, she'll suffer. And that's one thing, it's very common in Africa. It's very, very common in Africa. If you are a woman, maybe has a problem, a barren woman or something, you are going to suffer in your marriage because you have all the insults in the world. So in Kenya, what these people do, they go and look for those, child traffickers. They buy children from them. It means these people, they wait when the mothers of these children are sleeping in the street, maybe under the bridge or so. They come there and steal the baby at night, take the baby away, and sell to someone who needs the baby. And then the mother is left, when the mother gets up, the baby is nowhere to be found. Now, my problem is not basically on those who steal children. My problem is, how do they find themselves in the street? How do they find themselves in the street? It's because they cannot take care of themselves. Maybe they cannot even afford for housing. They cannot even feed themselves very well. They cannot cater for themselves with the children. So they are forced. Maybe they've been thrown out of their houses, maybe where they were renting and things like that. And they are forced to find themselves in the streets and with their kids, with babies. I felt terribly bad when I saw this footage. When I saw this, I was like, gosh, how can babies like this? Look at this little angel. Look at this little angel. That's in the street. How do we welcome such a child in the world and the child gets to the street from day one of the baby's life? The baby starts seeing but life in the street. Imagine the kind of education that child will have. Imagine the kind of mentality that child will grow with. I start asking, what does the government do? There are a lot of people in the street, a lot of women in the street with their children. Women and children in the street. To us men, it's okay, we can sleep in the street, we are men. But not women and children. At least they should even provide them with some kind of accommodation, something. Where are all the NGOs? Where are the humanitarian services? Seriously, what's happening? If you cannot pity the women, pity the children at least. Have mercy on these people. When it rains on them. When sun comes out, it burns them. They live in the street day in, day out. My God, please, somebody should do something. Now, let's play the footage. Let's watch this footage together, and you get to understand better what I'm trying to explain here. Maybe what I'm explaining does not sink into your brain, and let me play the footage for you. Then you understand what I mean. It's gonna be in two parts. It's gonna be in two parts. So I'll have part 1 and part 2. It's just a continuation.
Every year, hundreds of children disappear from the streets of Kenya. But who takes them and where they end up has always been a mystery. Until now. For over a year, Africa Eye has been investigating Kenya's underground trade in stolen children.
Mbona nichukule mtoto wale na sijashindwa kula nataka niko kwa street. Anirudishie mtoto wangu na ache kutuibia watoto.
My name is Jerry Mwangi. As a mother, the story I'm about to tell you is my worst nightmare. For years, an illegal black market in children has been operating in Kenya.
A series of abductions targeting children has rocked Nairobi recently, sending chills down the spines of many parents.
It is a trade in human lives that preys on our most vulnerable women, leaving unimaginable trauma in its wake.
It is a business stripped of any human emotions. Babies here are just another trading commodity. They are casually equated to grains.
In Nairobi, it is not hard to find women like Susan. Desperate mothers searching for their missing children, often for years after they were stolen. Susan has tried everything, but to no avail.
Na alipotea lini?
2016.
Unajua ni nani alimuiba?
Sijui ni nani alimchukua. Hiyo kijana yangu nikienda kwa barabara nipata mtoto anafanana na yeye. Nasikia vibaya. Nikasema tafadhali ingemshika nione tu alikufa nimshike baada ya kupotea na mtu.
I'm so sorry.
An estimated 60,000 children sleep on the streets of Nairobi. They have become prime targets for child traffickers. I went to meet Rebecca Wanjiru. She has been homeless for years and has raised her children on the streets of Nairobi.
Aduna za penye tu ulala. Ukwangu umeridhika usingizi. Kienda kugeuka umeanza kujisaidia mtoto wako amedisappear. Say hiyo ndio life na sikupenda kwetu tukae kwa street.
Almost a decade ago, Rebecca herself fell victim to the traffickers. Her child was stolen from her as she slept and has never been seen since.
Saa 8 kugutuka nikapata sina mtoto. Na siwezi kuambia nani alichukuanga mtoto wangu na naita Lawrence Josiah. Nikamtafuta hadi center nyingine, nimetembea hadi centers. Wale mimi naweza tamani tu kumuona, niridhike. Bakali kufa ni juu alikufa. Mbona nichukule mtoto wale na sijashindwa kula nataka niko kwa street. Anirudishie mtoto wangu na ache kutuibia watoto.
I can't wait.
I've met 3 ladies today who lost their children, got snatched in the streets in their sleep, and they haven't seen them in so many years. They don't know whether they're alive or dead. I hope with them that they will find their children someday.
But who are the shadowy figures preying on these women? We've been approached by an informant. She claims to know an active child trafficker called Anita, who steals children and sells them to the highest bidder. Our informant agrees to go undercover and to meet Anita. She wants to find out why these children are stolen and where they end up.
Na Anita, umefanya kazi miaka ngapi?
Nimefanya miaka mingi. Sawa kama 3 months.